What if I told you that silence holds power, that those who speak less often reveal more about strength than weakness? In a world that values constant noise and endless opinions, there's something incredibly potent in restraint, in choosing silence over endless chatter. The Stoics taught us that wisdom often flourishes in the quiet spaces, and those who speak less are not only reserved but carry qualities that set them apart. They understand that words hold weight and that true influence isn't about dominating conversations, but about impacting minds. Today, we're diving into the 6 powerful qualities that define people who choose silence over sound. These individuals embody the essence of self-control, insight, and inner strength, the very traits the Stoics revered. If you've ever wondered about the hidden strengths of the quiet ones, let's uncover them together and explore why they stand out in a world full of noise. Quality 1. Strategic use of silence. One of the most profound qualities of people who speak less is their strategic use of silence. In a world where noise dominates, silence can be a superpower. Those who choose silence are not avoiding communication. Instead, they're choosing to speak only when their words can add value or bring clarity. For the Stoics, silence was a form of self-control, a way to avoid getting lost in meaningless conversations and distractions. When used strategically, silence becomes a tool for reflection, allowing these individuals to channel their energy into what truly matters. In negotiations, for example, silence can hold more power than words. A pause at the right moment can shift the balance of a discussion, creating space for reflection and consideration. In relationships, silence shows patience and understanding. It allows others the space to express themselves fully without fear of interruption. This quality also ties into a larger Stoic principle of being present, focusing on what we can control, and not wasting our breath on things outside of our influence. By choosing silence, the less speaking person avoids being swept away by emotions and thoughts that could lead them off their true path. Quality 2. Freedom from pride or arrogance. The second quality that defines those who speak less is their freedom from pride or arrogance. This might seem counterintuitive, as we often associate silence with a sense of aloofness. However, those who are genuinely quiet do so not out of a desire to feel superior, but out of humility and respect. They do not feel the need to boast about their accomplishments or demand attention. Instead, they quietly focus on their work, letting their actions speak louder than words. For the Stoics, pride was seen as a potential trap that could pull one away from wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most celebrated Stoic philosophers, constantly reminded himself to act without arrogance, focusing instead on internal values and self-growth. By speaking less, these individuals detach themselves from the ego's need to be seen and validated, freeing themselves from the burden of pride. This humility allows them to observe more, learn more, and remain open to growth. When you're not caught up in proving yourself to others, your focus shifts inward, creating a foundation of strength that does not rely on external approval. Quality 3. Kind and considerate regard for others. Less speaking people often demonstrate a kind and considerate regard for others. Choosing to speak less requires empathy. It means they are willing to listen more than they talk. They don't rush to voice their opinions or drown out the voices around them. Instead, they let others express themselves fully, valuing each perspective. This is a profoundly Stoic approach to interaction. Stoics believed in treating everyone with kindness and respect, regardless of their views or status. In many ways, silence can be one of the most considerate acts. By choosing not to dominate a conversation, they allow others the opportunity to be heard. People feel seen, valued, and respected in the presence of someone who listens intently and without judgment. This empathy deepens their relationships, making them trustworthy and dependable individuals in the eyes of others. In a world full of people eager to impose their views, those who speak less offer a refreshing contrast. They embody the Stoic belief in compassion and kindness, connecting with others through empathy rather than mere words. Quality 4. The art of deep listening. One of the hidden strengths of less speaking people is their mastery of deep listening. Deep listening goes beyond merely hearing words. It's about understanding the underlying emotions, intentions, and ideas. People who practice silence don't just wait for their turn to speak. They listen with their full attention, absorbing information in a way that allows them to understand others on a deeper level. Epictetus, a key figure in Stoicism, said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." For the Stoics, listening was seen as a path to wisdom. By tuning into the words and emotions of others, we broaden our understanding of the world and learn more than we could through speaking alone. In the modern world, deep listening is rare. Many people listen just to reply, not to understand. But those who speak less practice active listening, showing others that they genuinely care about what's being shared. This quality of deep listening creates an aura of peace and understanding around them, making them approachable and trustworthy. Quality 5. The art of reflective wisdom. Reflective wisdom is perhaps the most significant trait that defines people who speak less. They often spend more time thinking than speaking, analyzing situations, and reflecting on their own thoughts and actions. This reflective approach enables them to make thoughtful decisions and avoid the impulsive, reactionary tendencies that often accompany constant speaking. Reflective wisdom is a cornerstone of Stoicism. Stoic philosophers like Seneca emphasize the importance of self-reflection, urging people to look inward before speaking or acting. People who practice reflective wisdom take time to evaluate the pros and cons of a situation. They ponder their responses, ensuring that their words align with their values and intentions. Instead of speaking hastily, they carefully consider the impact of their words on others. This inner reflection also strengthens their character, allowing them to stay grounded and calm even in the face of adversity. By embracing silence, they gain clarity of thought and sharpen their wisdom, which they can apply not only to their own lives, but to help others navigate challenges. Their insights carry a depth that can only come from introspection and the wisdom of restraint. Quality 6. Resilience in the face of adversity. Lastly, less speaking people are often more resilient in the face of adversity. Their strength doesn't come from loud proclamations, but from a quiet determination and inner resolve. They don't need to announce their challenges or ask for sympathy. Instead, they draw strength from within, demonstrating a resilience that is unshaken by external circumstances. This resilience is deeply Stoic in nature. The Stoics believe that true strength comes from within and that hardships can be endured with grace when one is anchored in inner peace and purpose. In moments of struggle, they keep their focus on what they can control, their own actions and reactions. They don't get lost in the noise of negativity or succumb to self-pity. Instead, they remain composed, reflecting on their values and purpose to guide them through tough times. This inner resilience makes them not only survivors, but also inspiring figures to those around them. Their silence in adversity speaks volumes about their strength, and they serve as a reminder that true power doesn't need to be broadcasted. Conclusion: the qualities of those who speak less are often subtle but powerful. In a noisy world, they stand out for their ability to stay calm, listen deeply, and act with humility and resilience. The Stoics revered these traits, seeing silence as a path to wisdom and a sign of inner strength. By mastering the art of strategic silence, freedom from pride, empathy, deep listening, reflective wisdom, and resilience, these individuals embody timeless virtues that can benefit anyone who seeks to lead a more meaningful life. So, the next time you encounter someone who chooses silence over speech, take a moment to appreciate the strength that lies in their restraint. In a world that often mistakes silence for weakness, remember that true power doesn't shout. It remains silent, observing, learning, and quietly transforming lives. These qualities of less speaking people show us that silence is not just the absence of noise, but a potent force that, when harnessed, can inspire change, growth, and wisdom.